Greetings, drummers. All right, I'm going to give you some tips on when you get older and your body's older, 64 in less than a month, dealing with injuries and what you can do to keep the injuries at bay and or not get them. We don't want to hurt ourselves playing the drums, you know. So, quick story, 1987 or 8, I was reading Modern Drummer, and there was an article about carpal tunnel. I laughed. I thought it was humorous that someone could, you know, their hands could hurt so much that they had an issue. So it was a big wake-up call in 1994 when I was working at this place, 40 Area Metal Products, and I was a sandblaster. I had a suit on, industrial sandblasting, like with an air hose. And my hands just got sore and sore from was like pumping gas all day long, you know. And I complained every day. I wanted to fill out an injury report, and they didn't seem to want to do that. And I threatened to call the labor board. Then they brought it out. Then they laid me off. Really great bunch of people there. But anyway, then that's when I really realized hand pain. It was so bad. I was in a band. We used to play in clubs here and there. I sold my drums. I didn't even tell the band. They were all upset, you know. So I don't want you guys to jump into that. You know, I want to tell you a few things that help me and what can help you. Or even if you're not in a band, if you just jam at home, but your hands hurt, you got arthritis, there's a few things you can do that will maybe let you keep playing. So we're going to go through some of those things. Okay, before we do that, do me a favor, would you? You're the best, thanks. All right, I'm going to try to go through these quick. What helped me when I had my sore hands was putting mineral oil on them, putting them in warm water for like 5 minutes, really warm water. Not scalding, but warm. And the mineral oil washes right off when you're done with some soap. That helped me immensely after I had got another drum set. You know, after I sold my drums, and I was so freaked out because my hands were killing me. When I woke up in the morning, I couldn't go like that. It took a while. It was really intense. I don't know what it was. Some people thought it was carpal tunnel. I don't know. But the mineral oil really helped. No, ice? No, the ice was terrible. But the hot water with the mineral oil on my hands. And you could use light mineral oil or medium. I don't think it really matters. That's the first tip. The second tip is stretch. Stretch a little bit before you play. You don't want to go in, you know, do you ever see those guys on dirt bikes doing this before the race? They're all lined up. There's a reason. You should always do this. You want to stretch. You definitely want to stretch before you play. That's important. Now, here's one that really helped me. Stick tape. What that does is it makes it, in a lot of cases, it makes it easier to hold your stick, and it isolates the shock from the rim shots. Rim shots are the ones that will really hurt your hands. And sometimes it's hitting cymbals, you know, like heavy cymbals. This really makes a huge difference. You should try it. Another thing is drum gloves. What that does is it isolates your sticks from your hands. That makes a world of difference. Joey Kramer wasn't wearing these to be stylish. He was doing rim shots the entire night. And that's punishing to your wrist and your whole arm. Another thing you can do is put the tape on your sticks and use the gloves. That really will isolate a lot of the shock that's really giving you a lot of pain. That will really make a big difference. And another thing that may not be something you've thought about is maybe you should switch from this to this, to an electronic kit. And I find I really enjoy the electronic kit. If you have hand issues, arthritis and that, you don't have to hit them as hard. There's no, on the snare drum, you can still do rim shots, but there's like this plasticky rubberized, you know, thing around the rim, so you're not hitting metal rim. That makes a world of difference. And I mean, if you jam with guys and they play ridiculously loud and the acoustic drums are killing your hands because you're having to play so loud. At least this, you can just get a pretty loud PA speaker or two, and you can keep up with those guys. So that's one way that you could save your body from the punishment of really whacking drums really hard. And of course, another thing you can do is, is use the stick to your advantage. Instead of just getting a monkey grip on it and beating the crap out of it, let the fulcrum point. Let that work. It won't be as loud, but it'll be a lot easier on your body. Absolutely a lot easier. And with the bass drum, you could always get like a wooden beater and some kind of flam pad, something to give it a little more snap, because I don't think a felt will ever be as loud as a wooden beater or a plastic beater. So that's something to consider too if you're trying to keep up with a band and they're loud and you're falling apart and you're old or whatever. So I hope maybe there's something you take from this that can help you. If I learn something, I always want to share it with other musicians, And the E-kit, I didn't think I would like it nearly as much as I do. I really do. I mean, you can't replace this. You can't replace that. But it's just, you can play with the E-kit, you can play, it's easier on your body. You can play anytime, day or night. It's 1,000 times easier to record. It's just easier on your body. So you might want to consider that, or getting one to supplement your regular acoustic kit. That's something you might want to consider doing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. You could give a subscribe if you feel like this was worth it. And I hope to see you again. And if you're thinking about getting rid of your drums because you're sore, don't jump into it. Give it a lot of thought, because I remember that first time I did it, and I kind of regretted it. It took a while for my pain to leave. It was bad for a while, and it kind of plagued me for years. My hands aren't so bad now. Like I can't really torque cylinder heads and stuff, or put monkey grips on things for too long, But I can play quietly here. It's not an issue for me, and I can play the E-kit a lot longer than it's a lot easier than playing that kit. Although I don't really play it loud anyway. And I've got these lighter sticks. You got hand injury. You might want to play with some lighter sticks. So anyway, food for thought, and I hope you don't sell your stuff and you can continue on playing it. I'll see you next time. Peace out.